Okay, let's go. What you need, big brother? Okay. Where you You can't. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I know, so that's a problem now. Unless I give you two mics in your hand. No, because you know. This is it right here. Not too much. Just halfway. Hear me now? Okay, one more.
Don't worry about that. Let her do it. Oh. Yeah, FIFA, Ahora sí, Ivana.
Okay. Thank you when you are doing it. And we go to the top of the second inning. Stepping into the hitting now for USVI national team is Brenda Rodriguez. First pitch swing and a miss for strike one. We're in the top of the second inning, a 0-0 ball game. 18U All-Stars taking on the USVI national team. Here comes the pitch. Change up, swung and a miss for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here. Brenda Rodriguez here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the pitch. A flare down towards first base. And it's put away easily by Chesterfield for the first out of the inning. Coming to do the hitting now. Hitting from the right side and doing the catching for the USVI national team. Jamisha Joseph. Joseph steps in. Here comes the pitch. Way outside for ball one. Doing the pitching is O'Reilly. With the right, okay? Here comes the pitch. One slow for ball two. 2 balls, no strikes, bases are empty. There's 1 away here in the top of the second inning. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. Smash foul. As Joseph connected with one, but it went foul. Down the third baseline. For strike one. Two balls, one strike on the right hand hitting Joseph with one away here in the top of the second. A 0-0 ball game. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. And a deep fly ball into center field. The center fielder drifting back and puts it away about 3 steps from the fence for out number 2. Big drive gathered in by Janaya Williams in center field for SPR 18U. Coming to the hitting now, Rashida Rollins plays first base. Here comes the pitch. The first one is Lou for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs, base is empty. Here in the top of the second inning, 0-0 ball game. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a flare. And woo! Almost a beautiful catch as Rollins hit a flare into short left field. The left fielder was coming, Gabriella Robinson, and had it. The snow cone, and it dropped out. Good attempt. Run on first with 2 away. Coming to the hill now. Sully hits it back. Oh, out of the pitcher's gloves. And a strike. Throw the ball, bounced off the pitcher's glove. The shortstop, Tiana Lake, picked it up and fired a strike to first base for the final out of the inning. So after 1.5 complete, the game remains 0-0.
You're now listening to an official Oso City mix. Oso City, qué rico, papi.
And here we go. Bottom of the second, here comes the pitch. First pitch the ball. As it goes in there. Near Francis, time is called. Next pitch is high for ball 2. Francis steps back in. Here comes the pitch from Castro. That one is high as well. For ball 3, 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second inning in a 0-0 ball game. 3-0 pitch to Francis. It's on its way. That one is inside for ball 4. So on 4 pitches, Francis moves down to first. Now comes to the hitting Greaves. Kivia, that is. Here comes the pitch. Strike one. No balls, one strike. No outs, runner on first. Here comes the pitch from Castro. Bunt laid down by Greaves. And she gets down safely as the ball is not thrown. The second baseman, Reno, was there standing, but the ball was not thrown. And safely to first is Francis. Now doing hitting, Greaves. Janaya Williams comes up with runners on first and second and no out. Castro looks in. Here comes the pitch. And she failed to bunt, but it goes foul. For strike one. Janaya Williams doing the hitting. Caught that big fly ball early on. Squares the bunt. Puts a perfect bunt down. And everybody is safe. As Janaya Williams put down a beautiful bunt down the third baseline. No one, they got it but had no play. Now come to the hitting with bases loaded and no outs. Here in the bottom of the second is Jayla Brown. Here comes the pitch. First pitch is in there for strike one. Mother faces daughter. Here comes the pitch from Castro to Brown. Change up is way high. For ball one. One ball, one strike. Bases are loaded. There are no outs. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. As Jayla tried to slap one down the third base, but came up empty. The count now. One ball, two strikes, no outs, bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. Foul down the third base line as Brown just got a piece of it. Cochran Mills, one ball, two strikes. There are no outs, bases are loaded. We're in the bottom of the second. Here comes the pitch. And she struck her out on the changeup. And this is Amaya Greaves coming to the hitting. Hits on the right side. Bases remain loaded with one away. Castro shakes off the first one. Says yes to this one. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big cut came up empty. And the coach did not know that she took her head out. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that one was inside. One ball, one strike. There's one out. Bases are loaded. We're in the bottom of the second with 18 USPR threatening to put some runs on the board. Greaves steps back in. 1-1 to count. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a weak fly ball. Second baseman goes back, gathers it in for out number 2. As Renea Guzman put that one away. Now coming to the hitting. Gabriella Robinson. Here comes the pitch. Beautiful change up in there for strike one. Bases are loaded there. 2 outs. Gabriella Robinson trying to get something going here for the 18U as they got bases loaded with no outs. Now have 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. High for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bases are full of 18U All-Stars. Tasha trying to work her way out. She got 2 away. Yeah, she's trying to get a third. Swing and a mix, a change again. And Robinson ahead, but now behind on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Bases are loaded. We're at the bottom of the 2nd inning. 0-0 ball game. Here comes the pitch. And she gets a piece of it, stays alive. It's a 0-0 ball game between the USVI national team and Sports Parks and Rec 18U All-Stars. B. Robinson steps back in as Castro shakes off 1, 2, and 3 pitches. Here comes the pitch. Threw a little change up a little high. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Did Robinson. The count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Women's fast pitch action right here. The TC Canagator Ballpark. The Big Island, St. Croix. Castro shakes off 2, 3 pitches. Once again, here comes the pitch. Bounding ball to the shortstop, gets it. Fires the first. In time for the final out of the inning. So 18 USPR put a thread across. They had bases loaded with no out, but couldn't get any in. After 2 complete, score remains 0-0. We'll be right back. All right, we go now to the top of the 3rd inning. A 0-0 ball game. Coming to the hitting now for the national team as Riley looks in. First pitch is ball 1. Here comes the pitch. That's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the right-hand hitting, Helliger doing the designated playing. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a flag. Ooh, over the jumping second baseman into right field for a base hit. So Helliger gets on. Now the second designated player coming to the hitting now is Tayel Yepsen. Yepsen hits from the right side. Senator comes out and a pinch runner goes in. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. Right in there for strike 1. A throw down the second. Gets past second base. The shots up, and going in and gonna cut the score. is, yes, the speedy number 4. Checked in the game. Perez, as the ball was thrown to second, got past the shortstop, went out into center field, and she scored. So 1-0 ball game now, top of the third. Jepson steps back in. And she hits one in the air, foul down the first base line, and it's put away by the first baseman, Chesterfield, for out number 2. Coming to the hitting now. And taking strike 1. Farrell. Here comes a pitch from O'Reilly. One is high for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. On the right hand hitting, Farrell playing center field for and the one is high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Bounding ball foul. 1 out. 1 away, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 away, 1 run in. Farrell doing the hitting. Ooh, the changeup just misses for ball 2. Okay, the count is now full 3 balls, 2 strikes. Foul. She's ahead of it, fouls it back. That's it. No, just back it. That's the lead up. Here comes the pitch. It's started. She hits a smash over the third baseman's glove into left field. Solid contact by Farrell. Now comes to the hitting, the second baseman for the USVI national team, Renia Guzman. His second base with 1 away and 1 on. Pitch is in there for strike 1 as going down. The second is Farrell with no throw. Here comes the pitch. No, for ball 1. Come 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 1 out, 1 on, a runner on the second base, not a foul. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly to Guzman. She puts a butt down, but it goes foul for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. It's a 1-0 ball game here in the top of the third in favor of the national team for the USVI. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a weak ball towards second base. Second baseman gets it. And getting in back safely is Farrell. He took a step off and the throw was made there towards second. So now there's 2 outs. And coming to the hitting, Rhea Benjamin. Benjamin hits from the right side. First pitch is low for ball 1. 1 ball. No strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. A 1-0 ball game in the top of the third. Here comes the pitch. Ball 2. 2 balls. No strikes. O'Reilly looks in. She winds and fires. That one is high. 4 ball 3. 3-0 to Rhea Benjamin. With a runner on second and 1 in so far. That one is right in there for strike 1. And the runner, Farrell, steals third. And the catcher didn't look her back to second, and as she cramped to throw it to O'Reilly, she took off, getting in safe to the third. So the count now, 3 balls, 1 strike on Benjamin. Here comes the pitch. That one is low for ball 4. As Benjamin feigns to run to second. Coming to the hitting now, Michaela Hazel. His time is called. As the courtesy runner comes in for Benjamin, the speedy Perez back in the game. The runners on the corners with 2 away. Here comes a pitch from O'Reilly to Hazel. Slow in the dirt. And they got a hook up. And they dropped the ball as they did the fade throw to second base as Perez took off. Shortstop Lake cut it off, fired home, had the runner hung up, and the ball was dropped on the tag, so the runner is safe. 1 ball, no strikes. There are 2 outs, 2 runs in now for the national team here in the top of the 3rd. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. That one is a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs, the runner on 3rd in that of Perez, who came in to run for Benjamin. Here comes the pitch. That one is in there for strike 1 as Hazel shakes her head, yes. The count now, 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 away here in the top of the 3rd. The national team for the USVI got 2 runs in thus far and threatening. Pitch fouled on the 3rd baseline for strike 2. The count now even at 2 balls, 2 strikes on the right-hand hitting Hazel for the USVI national team here in the top of the 3rd inning as they face the DSPR 18U All-Stars. O'Reilly looks in. She winds and she fires. The one is outside. The count is now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on 3rd. Hazel doing the hitting, O'Reilly doing the pitching. Here comes the pitch. Foul. Down off the fence, down 3rd baseline. As Hazel a little ahead. O'Reilly gets the ball back. Hazel steps back in. He gets set. Here comes the pitch. Just got a piece of it. As it went off the screen, high off the screen. Catcher picked it up. Threw it back to O'Reilly. Cup remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Woo! She was throwing a little something. And it hit Hazel, a soft changeup. Comes to the hitting now. Brenda Rodriguez. Here comes the pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And Brenda Rodriguez hit it from the right side. Runners on 2nd and 3rd as Hazel advanced. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. That one is low for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. There are 2 outs, 2 on. Runners on 2nd and 3rd for the USVI national team here in the top of the 3rd. Here comes the pitch. And it's a shot. Oh, beautiful play by the second baseman for 18U All-Stars. Maya Greaves for the final out of the inning. So after 2.5, the score is now USVI National Team 2, 18U coming to bat. We'll be right back.
I'm doing great. every day's not fine, but still I woke up today. Another day they get on my grind. Got me singing, oh, oh, oh. Effort and build for pan ready. Oh, oh, oh. Effort and build for pan ready.
For SPR 18U All Stars. First pitch taken for a strike. 2. The right, the left hand hitting Chesterfield playing first base. Castro starts her off with a strike. Here in the bottom of the third. Here comes the pitch. That one is outside. Joseph tried to shift it back across, but didn't fool the blue. 1 ball, 1 strike to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third inning. As SPR trails by 2. As she hits a dumper into right field, does Chesterfield. Not heavy contact, but in the books it looks like a screaming single. As she gets it over just off the grass as the right fielder, Benjamin, couldn't get in to get it. Tiana Lake now steps up with a run on first. And no outs here in the bottom of the third inning. As SPR trails 2-0. Castro looks in. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, she throws that changeup again beautifully in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Run on first in that of Chesterfield here in the bottom of the third inning. Lake steps back in. Shakes up 4 pitches. Here comes the pitch. And it falls practically straight up as it contacts the roof of the press box for strike 2. Late behind here and the count now is no balls, 2 strikes. There are no outs. Run on first base. We're in the bottom of the third inning. 18U trails by 2. Here comes the pitch. And again, another changeup. That one is popped up into the infield. And Sully puts it away for out number 1. So now, coming to do the hitting, Alicia Ramirez. And they got Chesterfield picked up. Oh, and the ball is dropped. Joseph had Chesterfield picked off. Throw went down to first. They had her hung up, firing it down to second. Hazel had it to put on the tag, and it popped out of her glove. And dancing around and getting to the bag is Chesterfield safely. 1 ball. No strikes on Ramirez. She steps back in, hitting from the right side with a run on second and 1 away. Here comes the pitch. Right in there for strike 1. The count now even at 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Run on second base in that of Chesterfield in the bottom of the third inning with 18U trailing by 2-0. Castro nods to yes. Here comes the pitch. Bumping ball back to the shortstop. Shortstop says back. Fires to first. And the throw to third. And she's out of there. As the double play, they threw the runner out at first and threw out Chesterfield going third.
I'm doing great, even though every day's not fine. But still I woke up today, another day to get on my grind. Got me singing, whoa, whoa. Hair for it, I'm built for it, born ready. Whoa, whoa. Hair for it, I'm built for it, born ready.
Stepping up now to do the hitting for the USVI national team is Joseph. Misha Joseph steps in, swings at the first one, hits a laser into left field. The left fielder takes 4 steps in quickly and puts it away. A beautiful catch by the left fielder as Jamisha Joseph hit that one on the screws. Comes to the hitting now. Rashida Rollins. Rollins plays first base. It's from the right side. Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away here in the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 in favor of the UV. And that one is low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. And a fly ball into left field. Left fielder did a little bit of dancing, but found it and put it away for the second out of the inning. 2 outs, both put out by the left fielder. Sully comes back up to do the hitting. Sully Rodriguez swings and misses for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases are empty. We're in the top of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch. A little weak flyer to the pitcher who puts it away for the final out of the inning. So that was 3 up, 3 down. A quick inning. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, score remains 2-0 in favor of the USVI women's national team. We'll be right back. Stepping in to do the hitting now. Hitting from the right side. The name I can't pronounce, Sibicare. Here comes the pitch. Foul. Count now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Amara Simicare. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning, a 2-0 ball game. Favor of national team. As Simicare hits a flare down towards second base. Second baseman drives out into very, very short right field to put it away for out number 1. Nia Francis now steps in with 1 away. And nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th. 36 minutes left in the game. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, she fouls it off the pole into the dugout. Good cut by Francis. As Castro gets ahead on the count. No balls. 1 strike to the right-hand hitting Nia Francis for the 18U All-Stars. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a flare down to first base, and the first baseman comes up and puts it away for out number 2. As Rollins got on a horse and got up there and pulled it out of the air. Now comes to the hitting. Greaves. First pitch into Shakiva Greaves is low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here comes the pitch to Greaves. And she hits, swings on a high one, fouls it back. Just missed that Mercedes-Benz. So it's okay. Count now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. There are 2 outs, bases are empty. We're in the bottom of the 4th, a 2-0 ball game in favor of the national team of the USVI as Castro shakes off 1, 2, and 3 pitches. Here comes the pitch to Francis. Greaves, jumps out of the way for strike 2. Kiva Greaves behind now with a count of 1 ball, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs, bases are empty. Here comes the pitch. And she hits 1 foul. Back into the street. As Greaves is battling. Time out for the blue.
1-2.
Come 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. USVI national team facing 18U All-Stars. Here comes the pitch from Castro. The one is low. Outside for ball 2. The count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 away. Bases are empty. A 2-0 ball game. Castro looks in. Here comes the pitch to Greaves. And the change-up throws her. And she takes it looking for strike 3. So at the end of 4 complete, the score remains 2-0. We'll be right back.
She got the jump, waka waka, baby, oh yeah. Baby, oh yeah. Gonna baby, oh yeah. And I go tell my mama, oh yeah. And I go tell my papa, oh yeah. And I go tell them, say, oh yeah. You waka waka, baby, oh yeah. Chuku chuku, baby, oh yeah. Baby, sawa, yeah. Sawa, 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 yeah. Sawa, 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 yeah.
All right. As we're ready to go to the top of the fifth inning, coming to do the hitting, number 10. That is Helliger. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. First pitch is high for ball one. One ball, no strikes on the right-hand hitting Helliger for USVI national team. O'Reilly looks in. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. Count now even at one ball, one strike on the right-hand hitting Helliger for the USVI national team. And she hits a flare right back up the middle into center field for a base hit. So a runner on first with no outs. As Mia Jack comes in to run for Helliger. Meyer, sorry. Thank you very much. Tayel Yepson steps in now with a run on first and no outs. First pitch is in there for strike one. As O'Reilly gets under the wing in case there was a throw down to second base. Yepson steps back in. Here comes the pitch. And she hits it back. Ooh! She hit it back up the middle and Tiana Lee came across. Knocked it out of the air. As Jack had taken off the second and she easily flipped it to Chesterfield for the double play. So there's now two away here in the top of the fifth. Coming to the hitting now is Farrell. First pitch in there for strike one. No balls, one strike on the right-hand hitting Farrell. Playing center field, where's number 12? Scarlett. As she hits a smash between the shortstop and the outreached arm of the third baseman for the 18U team into left field. For a base hit. Renee Guzman comes up now. Here comes the pitch to Guzman. That's a ball. One ball, no strikes, a runner on first base. With two away here in the top of the fifth. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt, bounces away as Farrell goes down and O'Reilly and Lake says to the pitcher, just hold it, it's all good. Farrell on second. Guzman doing the hitting. Here comes the pitch. And she fouls that one off. For strike one. Two balls, one strike. There are two outs. A runner on second. Where the top of the fifth is a 2-0 ball game in favor of the national team. Here comes the pitch. And she bounces it back to her second base. Second baseman goes across. Not in time, play. And As the ball was thrown to first base, the speedy Guzman got down there safely. Chesterfield held the ball looking, and running all the way was Farrell, and she gets in there safely for the third run of the game. Benjamin comes to do the hitting now, and she hits it down to third. Third baseman gathers it in, fires it to first for the final out of the inning. After 4.5, the USVI national team pushed another one across. It's now 3-0. We will be right back.
Some of them never know me. Some of them never know me. Some of them keep coming. Every time the people jump in. Some of them wanna wait for me. Some of them will be down for me. They love the way the ladies will wait for me. Everybody know. Like everybody go. I like the way you do it, girl. I need to say, mama ladies will wait on her. Like see girls that go. Mama Kukunga, you there. Body ladies who run ahead. Move your body to the beat. Let me. Mama ladies, everybody, they want me. The sexy body girls, they need me. She said, let me. She want me, yeah, she want me. I want them to everybody like me. Sexy body girls, around the Sanko. See the girl, them love me, Sanko. We never feel me from the Sanko. Don't tell me that I'm never. See the girl, never want to let me Sanko. I bust this every up. See the people, them have to feel me like so. And you know, they want to go. See right now, me tell them where they go.
Oh, so city, I love when you mixed it.
And we are back. As we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, a 3-0 ball game now in favor of the USVI women's national team. Coming to do the hitting, wearing big number 91, Jalea Hendrickson. Hendrickson checking into the game, hits from the right side. Leading off here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Here comes the pitch from Castro. And she swings and fouls it back for strike one. No balls, one strike on the leadoff hitter, Jalea Hendrickson for the 18U team. Here comes the pitch from Castro. And she hits a smash into left field. As just checking into the game, gets a big hit, hit it down the left field line for a base hit. Coming out to do the hit, Jackson. As the ball is returned, time was called. So run on first and no outs. Here comes the pitch to Jackson. She swings and fouls out the first one out of play over the dugout on the first base side. Leah Jackson hitting from the right side. Here comes the pitch. And she was trying to get out of the way, but swung a bat nonetheless. Fouled it down the third base line for strike two. Here comes the pitch. And she swung right through a high one for strike three as the throw goes down to first. Hendrickson gets in there safely. Wearing a big number 62 on the back is Greaves. Ooh, she tried to put the bunt down, but it goes foul off the bat into the ground for strike one. Amaya Greaves hits from the right side with one away and run on first. We're in the bottom of the fifth, 3-0 ball game with 24 minutes left. 18U trailing. Here comes the pitch. Low one in the dirt. Hendrickson takes a big lead as there was no one at first. And she gets back in time as Joseph was looking down there with bad intentions. Count now, 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 away. On the right hand hitting Amaya Jackson here in the bottom of the 5th. Excuse me, Greaves. And she hits a rip. Don't worry about the last name, Amaya. Just hit the ball. Sorry, Lloyd. I ain't getting no trouble. Amaya Greaves. One ball, 2 strikes to come. Here comes the pitch to Greaves. And the change up right in there. The change up right in there for strike 3. They're 2 away. Hendrickson still on first now, coming to do the hitting. It's Gabby Robinson. Castro looks in. Here comes the pitch. Wow, back off the screen for strike 1. Gabriella Robinson hits from the right side. They're doing a great job out there in left field for the 18U team. Castro looks in, gets a sign. Here comes the pitch. And it's foul off the plate for strike 2. Robinson behind in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes there, 2 outs, a runner on first base. Here comes the pitch from Castro. And she fouls it down the first base line. In and out of the glove of Helliger. So Robinson gets another chance. As Helliger couldn't put it away. Robinson gets herself set in the box. Count remains. The ball's 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. And the changeup came. She sat back and waited for it. A little too early as she pulled it foul down the third base line. Count remains. No balls. 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. A runner on first base. The score is 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning in favor of the USVI national team. Here comes the pitcher, Robinson. And she fouls another one down the third base line. And she's seeing Castro, and the battle is on, as the fans are saying. Here we go again. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Here comes the pitcher, Robinson. High. And taking a lead was Hendrickson off of first base. Joseph fired it down there. Helliger got it and put on the tag for the final out of the inning. After that big battle by Robinson, she'll get another chance. At the end of 5 complete with 20 minutes left, the score is 3-0 in favor of the national team of the USVI. We will be right back.
Girl, I want you bend down, bubble and wine. Let me see you just wind your waistline. Girl, I want you drop down, bubble and wine. Let me see you just wind your waistline. Me say, girl, I want you wind down low. I want you wind down low. Step to the front and do what you want. But I think you wind down low. Say bend down like something drop. Everybody know I'm on something that. Your body slim, girl, but it's something fat. I feel mash up the place and nothing that. You bend over, girl, 90 degrees today. And you come back up, yes, girl, city. And whenever you whine for me, we feel like we just win $1 million cash money. Girl, you know why you set the trend, girl, then. You make man start when I get girl, then. So me why you and your friend to mash up the place and when we say, baby, just bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down, pause. Baby, just bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down, bend down.
as Hazel falls. First one down the third baseline for strike one. It's the top of the sixth inning. USVI women's national team leading by a score of 3-0. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Riley ahead on the count, no balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter, Michaela Hazel here in the top of the sixth inning. Hazel steps back in. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. And she hits a shallow out to left field. The left fielder played it a little too shallow. Jumped and couldn't get it. The ball is going to the fence. The throw is going to come in, but not before Hazel is standing on third with a triple. Yeah, my fault. I talked about how good she played before. As Robinson came up a little too early, the ball sailed above her head into the fence. Doing the hitting now, Brenda Ramirez. Rodriguez. Here comes the pitcher, Rodriguez. She hits a big play. Oh, wow. What a play by the third baseman for SPR 18U All-Stars, Nia Francis. As a flare was hit by Rodriguez, she jumped, got it, and Hazel thought it was definitely going to touch the ground, but it did not. And she doubled up Hazel for the second out of the inning. So there's 2 away. Bases are now empty after the leadoff triple by Hazel. Coming to the hitting now is Joseph. O'Reilly looks in. Here comes the pitch. Low in the dirt. Great instructions being given to the catcher by first baseman Chesterfield. In front, behind, to the side. There you go. Did you find it? It's somewhere. 1 ball, no strikes to the right-hand hitting Joseph. Misha steps back in. Here comes the pitch. No. Outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bases are empty. We're in the top of the 6th inning, a 3-0 ball game in favor of the USVI national team. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. A bounding ball back to a shortstop. Lake got it, fires the first in time for the final out of the inning. As Lake got it over to Chesterfield easily for the final out. 15 minutes left. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, the score remains 3-0 in favor of the USVI women's national team. We will be right back. go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Again, the score 3-0 in favor of the USVI national team as the 18U SPR All-Stars try to do something about that score as they trail by 3. Stepping into the hitting after a long battle in the last inning is Robinson. Here comes the pitch. And the first pitch swinging, hits it out to center fielder. Center fielder takes 3 steps back and then puts it away for out number 1. As I guess Robinson was saying, hey, I've been battling with her for a while. I know what she's coming with. Made good contact, but the center fielder was right there. Now coming to the hitting from the left side, the first baseman, Maya Chesterfield. Here comes the pitch. First one is in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. There's 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chesterfield doing the hitting for 18U All-Stars. Here comes the pitch from Castro. And she hits a smooth smash. And it's going to get to the fence as it gets by the second baseman and the right fielder. Heading into third base with a stand-up triple. It's Chesterfield as she hit that one on the button. Renee Guzman reached up and just nipped it as it went by, got over her glove and went to the fence. Benjamin couldn't stop it from getting there, and all the while motoring to third base was Chesterfield. So it 1 away. Tiana Lake comes up with a run on third and 1 out. And SPR threatens to put a run across. Here comes the pitch from Castro. Inside. For ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the right-hand hitting Lake. Here comes the pitch. That one is in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the right-hand hitting Tiana Lake for 18U All-Stars. Here in the bottom of the 6th as they trail 3-0 with 1 out and a run on third. Castro looks in. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a smash. Oh, diving attempt by the center fielder. Almost came up with it. Off a glove. Great attempt by the center fielder. Farrell. Beautiful attempt, but came up empty. Run is in, and standing on second base is Lake. Checking to see if they're moving the runners around for Ramirez. Alicia Ramirez hits from the right side as they open up the hole of the right side. There comes the pitch. And she fouls it down the first base line. Lake on second, 1 run in is a 3-1 ball game. If they put up the 1 on the scoreboard and walk halfway. Here comes the pitch. That one is low. For ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the right-hand hitting Alicia Ramirez. Does the catching. It's 1 run in, 3-1 ball game. Here comes the pitch. And she hits a little flare. And the shortstop, Hazel, comes in and puts it away right next to the pitcher, who calmly moved out of the way. Now coming to do the hitting, Peter.
You got it?
Amy, you got it? Number 17, that's Peter. Coming to the hitting. Here comes the pitch. First pitch is inside. So ball 1, can't see the number beyond the head. Peter does the hitting. Here comes the pitch. She hits one back off. The shortstop gets it, Takes 2 steps back. Oh, and it gets by. Heading to second base now is Peter coming in his leg. Peter is standing up in second as the throw was low to the first baseman Helliger from shortstop Hazel. Helliger couldn't pick it. And Peter runs on down to second base as another runner is in. Now comes to the hitting. Mia Francis. Inside and low. There are 2 outs. There are 2 runs in now. It's a 3-2 ball game with a runner on second base. 1 ball, no strikes to come on Nia Francis. Here comes the pitch from Castro. That one is outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the right-hand hitting Nia Francis. As SPR 18U trying to tie this one up here in the bottom of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. Ooh, gets her on the butt. She says she's okay. And she's now down at first base. The runners on first and second with 2 out. Coming to do the hitting, Greaves, Akivia Greaves. As timeout is called by the coach. As checking into the game is Emily Rodriguez, to patron for Nia Francis. Castro and Coach Jackson having a long, fun conversation. Lots of smiles and happiness. He now makes his way up as the blue makes his way out. So bases, runners on first and second, coming to do the hitting now. The Mask Avenger, Shakavia Greaves. Here comes the pitch from Castro. First pitch swinging. Oh! Through the legs of Sully. Through the legs of Sully down third base. What she was figuring is an easy pick up. But it went through the wicket into left field. And now coming to the hitting. Hendrickson. With bases loaded and 2 out. Leah Hendrickson does the hitting. Takes the first one in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 away with the bottom of the 6th, 3-2 ball game. She swings at 1 above her head for strike 2. Taking a deep breath, she steps back in. Count, no balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. And she hits it right back up the middle, between the legs. And the throw home is high. 1 run is in, and the other run was home. As Jalea Hendrickson hit one right back up the middle, literally between the legs of Castro, over second base into center field, driving in the run. The game is now tied as 3 apiece with 4:12 left. SPR 18U has tied it up. Alea Jackson now does the hitting with 2 away and bases loaded. And she hits a little flare, and the second baseman puts it away. As we go to the top of the 7th, it's a tie ball game on the big hit by Jalea Hendrickson. We'll be right back.
As a man, love to play, love to jam. You see me
As we go now to the top of the seventh, it's the final inning of the game. Unless it goes into extras. Here comes the pitch to Rollins. First pitch, bounding down to third base, off the glove of Francis, and getting down to third first safely is Rollins. Rashida Rollins in a drive down to the third baseman, bouncing ball, couldn't pick it cleanly, and down safely to first is Rollins as she's removed as a four-pinch runner in the Speedy Lake. Sully Rodriguez comes to the hitting now with one on and no outs. And she hits one into center field. The center fielder waits for it, as that was a liner on the first pitch. Sully hits it out there. Rodriguez, that is. And she's replaced by a pinch runner as well. Comes to the hitting now with two on and no outs. First two hitters, one on by error, one on by hit. First and second with no outs here in the top of the seventh. Here comes the pitch to Helliger. She takes the first pitch for ball one. One ball, no strikes on the right-hand hitting Helliger here in the top of the seventh inning with a 3-3 ball game. Runners on first and second, no out. Here comes the pitch from O'Reilly. Bounding ball back to O'Reilly. And she just got there in time. As O'Reilly got the ball and wasn't certain as to where to throw it, she looked first, she looked second, then she fired to third just in time to get the Speedy Lake just in time. Yes, she's out. Coming to do the hitting now, Tayel Yepsen with one away and runners on first and second. As the force out was recorded at third. Here comes the pitch. As the ball is foul. As the ball is foul, as she tried to lay down the bunt. Down the first baseline, it went foul. Catcher for SPR, making sure she touched it when it was in foul territory. The count now. No balls. One strike as you hear the timer saying the game is ended time-wise. We're tied though, and here in the top of the seventh. Squares the bunt does Jepsen. Off a glove, and the runners make their way to second and third as the ball was low. To the count now, one ball, one strike. There's one out. Runners on second and third. O'Reilly looks in. Yepsen gets set. Here comes the pitch. Bounding. Ooh! Good catch. And she got a double play. As Lake made a beautiful stop. The ball did not come out as it popped in the glove of Lake, but she kept her glove beneath it for the out. A beautiful play. And they say it came out. It popped up in her glove. So here we go. And the runner going to first base is out as the ball hit her in fair territory. So that's now 2 outs. Yeah. The ball was hit by the runner for the out. So there's now 2 away. Here comes the pitch. That one is in there for strike 1 to Guzman. Rene Guzman bats with 2 outs and 2 on, a tie ball game. I'll give you an explanation of the play before. Here comes the pitch. A bounding ball on the third baseman gets it, fires the first for the out. And we'll get an explanation of the play as a score. So let's take it away. We'll be right back.
You're now listening to an official Oso City mix.
Oso City, que rico, papi.
So what's the score?
And here we go. We're at the bottom of the 7-43 ball game. First pitch is in high and tight to Greaves. Maya Greaves takes ball 1. Slender right-handed hitter. Here comes the pitch from Castro. That one is in there for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Time has expired. So SPR 18U will need to tie it up or go ahead for this one to continue. Here comes the pitch from Castro. That one is high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th for the 18U All-Stars. Greaves. Here comes the pitch from Castro. He puts a bunt down. Beautiful bunt. And an even better play by Joseph from behind the plate, who sprung up and fired a strike to Heliga down at first base for the out. Gabriel Robinson, a great play both sides by the batter and the fielder in that one. So there's 1 away. Base is empty. Here comes Gabby Robinson to do the hitting. Castro looks in. Here comes the pitch. And she fouls it off towards the first base dugout. Coaches flipped it back out there. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Base is empty. Here comes the pitch from Castro to Robinson. And she hits a bounder down to third base. Solly gets it, stops, fires, and she's out of there. 2 away. So there's now 2 outs. Base is empty, a 4-3 ball game in favor of the women's national team is the bottom of the 7th inning. SPR do or die hitter now. Chesterfield. Take the first pitch in there for strike one. No balls, one strike, 2 outs. Bases are empty. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3 ball game in favor of the national team. Chesterfield steps back in, hitting from the left side. Here comes the pitch. That one is high for ball one. Count now even at 1 ball, 1 strike. There are 2 outs. Bases are empty. Here comes the pitcher, Chesterfield. High and tight for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. With 2 away. I did see that. Here comes the pitch. That one is way outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. They're 2 away. Chesterfield steps back in to do or die hitter. He has to keep it alive. 3-1 to count. Here comes the pitch. The one is high for ball 4. So there's now a runner on first coming to the hitting now. Tiana Lake. With 2 outs. Runner on, a 4-3 ball game where the bottom of the 7th time has expired. So SPR would have to score. Keep it going. What's pitch called? Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to the right-hand hitting Lake. Here comes the pitch on Castro. And she hits the ball under the shot. That's beautiful stuff by the shortstop. On her knees, throws the first, and the runner is safe. Beautiful play by Sully Rodriguez. And she fired the ball down to first base and just getting the throw is Lake. As time is called, as coming to the hitting now, the clean-up batter, Alicia Ramirez, with 2 outs and 2 on. The team trailing by 1. Runners on first and second. Here comes the pitcher, Ramirez. That first one is right in there for strike 1. Ramirez steps out, steps back in, gets set. Steps back out. Rodney Skelton, you're being paged. Rodney Skelton, you're being paged to the press box, please. Rodney Skelton to the press box, please. A 4-3 ball game here in the bottom of the 7th with runners on first and second with 2 away. Time has expired. SPR trailing 4-3. Here comes the pitch. And that one is in there for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Ramirez in, Castro doing the pitching. Get set, here comes the pitch. That one is low. Inside. The ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. The 1-run ball game, here comes the pitch. And she hits the ball the opposite way. Guzman gets it, flips it to first. A good stop by Helliger to put a wrap to this game. A beautiful game by both teams here. The USVI national team wins it by 1 by a score of 4-3. What a game. We have 2 more games left this evening. They're right here. We live on
Band never jump. Oh, right. Oh, right. Band never jump.
And your body looking good, and you put me in the mood. When you wind your waist so good, yeah. Oh Lord, I'm on the thing like, oh Lord, when I get shit the thing like, oh Lord, I'm something that they call you whining mood. Oh Lord, just give me some time now. Oh Lord, when you stop down the wine now. Oh Lord, but you got me feeling good. And chip all hola, 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 hola. Chip all hola, 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 hola. Tell them all I do, all I do. Tell them all I do, I want to my one. Stay on my number, anything that you want. Tell them all I do.
Imagine a bank strong enough to meet your needs, but small enough to meet.
Powers, yeah. Make me jump and fit for hours. So can you give me powers, yeah. Drink me rum and share with others. Fit for hours, soca powers. It's a wonderful feeling. Share with others. All my brothers, all my sisters. Today we making the day. Oh, the party is ongoing. We don't care what the people say. Once the music hit the beat, so much powers I can't explain. Until I go and day, you wanna take me away. No. I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. You're phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. You're phenomenal. You're phenomenal. Yeah.
This girl says that she love me and I just love her. She says that she needs me and I just need her. She says that she wants me and I just want her. Just give me a little wine. Just all on my skin, give me a little wine. You know you want it, a little wine. Hey, a little wine. I love her love. Hold me close, baby, hold me close. Watching you, gotta keep it touching you. Don't baby, hold me close. Watching you, gotta keep it touching. My girl go dump, baby, dump, 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 because the life is the hard and fall. Since you're back, baby, drop it down on the ground. Hey, but that is the better change. So when you make it shake, yeah, shake it, don't let it break. Cause you are the best man, yeah. You are the best girl in my life. You are the best man, yeah. You are the best girl, don't try. You are the best man, yeah. You are the best girl in my life. You are the best man, yeah. You are the best girl, so swing it around, just swing the thing, baby. I want you to swing it down, I want you to swing it around, just swing the thing, baby. I want you to swing it down, I want you to swing it around, just swing the thing, baby. I want you to swing it down, I want you to swing it around, just swing the thing, baby. I want you to swing it down, yeah. Go dump, baby, dump. My girl go dump, baby, dump. My girl go dump, baby, dump. My girl go dump, baby, dump.
Gaga.
Music from GDMP3.com.
See, the way you whine, and it be good and low. The way you whine, and it be good and low. All my ladies, shake up your bum bum. The girl them shake up your bum bum. The girl them shake up your bum bum. You know what that? Where you come from? Oh no. If you shake on in my phone. Oh no. The girl she don't let me go. Every day she follow me on Twitter. Next thing she want me get finger. She want me to answer. shake up your bum bum. Your bum bum. Ladies, shake up your bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. The way she whine, girl, you must up my mind. The way you roll your behind, if you make the man to go blind. Girl, me love you to beat up. The way she my music is sweet up. The way she dance it up. Everybody them I love it up. Yeah. She got your bum bum. Everybody rap a bum bum. Yeah. She got your bum bum. Bum bum. Bum bum. See you whine, everybody go down low. Oh no no no, yeah, shake up your bum bum, your bum bum, your bum bum. See, oh no no no, yeah. My body like yeah, my mama, my no yeah. I like it, la la, and yeah, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. I'm still on the bum bum. All you got to shake up your bum bum.
Oh, so city. I love when you mix, Daddy.
Oh, so city.
Girl, just wine for me. Bubble up your waist, girl, just wine on me. I love when you're taking your time with me. Smooth like you wanna have my babies, yeah. Girl, just wine for me. Bubble up your waist, girl, just wine on me. I love when you're taking your time with me. Smooth like you wanna have my babies, yeah. We're packing up, no. So move along, this is last chance. We're packing up, no. So move along, this is last chance. Alright, no. The line don't tell me that, no. The champagne don't tell me that, no. The drinking don't tell me that, don't tell me that, don't tell me that, no. The walking don't tell me that, no. The fretting don't tell me that, oh she whining don't tell me that, don't tell me that, don't tell me that, no. Well I ended that up on a bumper. Hold on to me, get busy structure. Hands in the air, I come to break. Listen and I hear the DJ. You can't tell me that I have to go home. No. You can't tell